Volquest takes over the Tar Heel State. We've got blanket coverage across the Tar Heel State tonight. We'll start right here, though, at Charlotte Catholic. Providence Day rolls into town. They trail 9-7 at half. It was a great atmosphere here, a packed stands, a packed stadium. The student section was going crazy in the end zone, and it was 9-7 as Providence Day struggled with the noise. Coming out in the second half, though, after a little bit of an injury at the end of the first half for David Sanders, a lot more bounce in his step. He was able to get going. So was the offense for the Chargers. They come back. They win at 24-9, a huge win and a big momentum win after 2 weeks off for Providence Day.
It was a great win for us. Last time we were out here, we lost to Weddington. It was a great team, but we learned a lot from that game. So the last 2 weeks, practice has been very intense, very purposeful, and it was even still today. It's still shaky, but there's a brand new team. A lot of big time seniors left last year, so we're still putting the pieces together. But I'm just so proud of how this team is fighting each other.
A little bit of orange in the house tonight, especially former Vol Michael Pilardi, who was the kicking coach for Charlotte Catholic. Talked to him. He was in great spirits. He'll be at the game tomorrow, as will David Sanders, who says he loves having all this orange in his hometown.
I'm so excited. I'm excited to go watch him tomorrow. I'm just glad to be a commit. A lot of pressure off my shoulders. I get to rep y'all each and every week and show everybody that I'm committed to the Vols. As far as the recruiting, it still hasn't changed. Everybody's still calling me and stuff, but I know where I want to be. So Tennessee, they've been doing a great job too. They haven't given nobody a reason to take over.
Sanders not the only Vol commit playing tonight. Up in Greensboro, that's where we find Matt Ray with Faison Brandon.
Thanks, Austin. Faison Brandon in complete control here tonight for the Grimsley Whirlies. Looks exactly like what you'd expect the number one quarterback in the 2026 On3 rankings to look like. He helped the Whirlies cruise to an easy victory, and afterwards he was pleased with his effort.
I think I did pretty good at executing and making smart decisions today. Whenever they would drop everybody back, I would just take the yards I can get, making plays with my legs, which people don't see that often. And that's one of my skills that I have. Just working the game plan that we had, that was really the main thing I thought I did good on.
We're not done for the night, as now we're going to kick it down to Myers Park again in Charlotte to Eric Kane, who is on hand to see four-star wide receiver Brody Keith and four-star edge Rodney Dunham.
Over here at Myers Park, the Mustangs a big winner tonight over Sun Valley, 37-14, and 2 priority targets for the class of 2026 here in action tonight. Let's start on the defensive side of the football, first with Rodney Dunham. Rodney Dunham is a top 50 overall prospect in the class, 4-star edge, and when he watches Tennessee, of course, Tennessee's got a lot of interest in him. When he's watching Tennessee, he can't help but notice there's a certain Charlotte native here playing his same position and somebody that he looks up to.
I look up to him a lot. He wins a lot with speed. He's long. Kind of built the same height and everything. So I look up to him a lot. I always watch his high school highlights, and I always watch his college highlights as well.
Dunham was all over the field tonight, had 2 sacks, a forced fumble there in the first half, and was a big part of the Mustangs' big win over Sun Valley. Flip it over to the offensive side of the football right now. That is Brody Keith, top 300 prospect, 4-star athlete. Nearly had a touchdown in the first quarter, got a touchdown on a 60-yard bomb in the third quarter, caught a screen pass that went and moved the sticks. He was all over the field. And when he thinks about the next level, if he were to pick Tennessee, he thinks it could be a match made in heaven.
That's one of my favorite staffs for sure. I talk to those guys so often. They're probably the one I talk to the most, to be honest. But that's my guys over there. They just say how great of an all-around receiver I am, great routes, great speed, explosion. I can be explosive, I think, and they say I fit their offense really well. I think the way they run their offense is really good for me too. So it's just about building that connection even further, though.
He plans to be in attendance for tomorrow's NC State-Tennessee Dukes Mayo Classic, and he'll be back. Both of these guys will be back at Neyland Stadium at some point this fall to check on the Volunteers. So from Myers Park, Mustangs a big winner over Sun Valley, 37-14. I am Eric Kane. Let's go back to Providence Day to wrap it all up with Austin Price. Thanks, Eric. Tennessee coaches not out on the road this week. They'll be out on the road for the first time this fall next week, as Josh Heupel is expected to be right back here in the Queen City to watch David Sanders play a home game. Tonight, they're preparing for that big game with NC State tomorrow.